Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, we'll take a look at an exclusive series featuring the car that we're looking at here, Bugatti La Voiture Noire. And yes, the car is currently featured in the Round the Hub in the form of a flashback event, a Club Day event that featured the car. So it's another opportunity we've got here to get to win the car. This video isn't about the Club Day event, but just to give you a quick rundown, it does cost you some 585 gold to meet the PR requirement of 94.3. But that is definitely the cheaper way of owning this car than spending 1,000 gold to purchase it. But then, if you just buy it, there's no upgrade on the car, you know what I mean? So by winning it through Club Day event, you get to win the car with what 21 upgrades on board, right? So then, in order to have access to this exclusive series, you will have to spend additional 1140 gold, since fully upgrading this car's cost is some 1725 gold. Then you get to unlock this exclusive series. And what do you get out from this exclusive series? Well, there's some total of 125 gold and 250,000 racing dollars as total rewards. So yeah, it's kind of stingy, if you ask me, rewards for the amount it costs to unlock this series. Anyway, what do we have? Bugatti La Voiture Noire, a one-of-a-kind vehicle with a price tag to match the black car. It's the most expensive new car ever. And yeah, they're not kidding about being possibly one of the most expensive cars in the game, for sure. Yeah. I don't think it is the most expensive though. We have more expensive ones. Anyway, a pretty standard affair here in terms of the organization of the exclusive series itself. We got 20 tiers with 3 time trial tiers. So that means that's 54 events total, 51 trophy events plus 3 time trials, right? So, and the breakdown of rewards wise, first 25% completion get you 13 gold plus 25,000 racing dollars, and the 50% completion, well, by the way, 25% completion, since there are 54 events total, you would have to complete 14 events. So that could be 14 gold trophies, 11 gold trophies, and all 3 time trials. You understand yeah. So that would be the first 25% completion. 50% completion pays 25 additional gold, 50,000 racing dollars, and that requires completion of 27 events. And the next tier, 75% completion, pays out additional 37 gold and 75,000 racing dollars, and that will require completion of 41 events. And the 100% completion pays out the remaining 50 gold plus 100,000 racing dollars. And of course, well, it's 100% completion. You have to complete all 54 events, 51 gold trophies plus 3 time trials. Right. So that is that. And as always, quickly getting through first 25% completion. You only need 14 events complete. So in this series, well, that was weird. Anyway, in this series, we have 5 autocrosses. So pretty quick events there. And additional 5 speed snaps. So autocrosses and speed snaps are pretty quick. So that takes care of 10 events completed. And there are 2 drag races, so that gets the completion count up to 12. And let's see. That should not be using up that much of the service bars. And of course, if you're accessing the exclusive series, you have double service bar bonus. So then let's see, we are up to 12 events complete, right? Autocross 5 and 5 speed snaps, so that brings you to 10, 2 drag races, right? So 12. And then you can complete speed records. There are 4 of those. That gets your completion, or that gets up to 16 events complete. You know what I mean? Either that, or you can do the 3 time trials. So yeah, so there are many combinations that you can do for quickly achieving that first 25% completion here. Anyway, so let's run through the event types first. So autocrosses. So first tier, we see it right in the beginning. Tier 1, autocross at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. And the next instance, you will see it in Tier 4 at Hockenheim Grand Prix. And then the next one is in Tier 7. This one's going to be at Mount Panorama. And the instance number 4, you find it in Tier 9. This one at Laguna Seca. And then the final 5th instance of autocross, you'll find it in Tier 16. Back to Red Bull Ring, but at Grand Prix circuit. So those are the 5 autocrosses. And then the 2 drag races we have in this series. The first instance is going to be in Tier 9, taking place at Catalunya Grand Prix. And the second, the other instance, you find it in Tier 18, not 19. This one taking place at the Brickyard Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Yeah, 2 drag races. I'm okay with that. One would have been better. None would have been perfectly acceptable as well. But you know what? Those are 2 quick, trophies that you can easily win. So I am okay with that. I say that. And watch me struggle with those later. Anyway, next category, elimination. We got 5 of those. First instance, you find it in Tier 2 at Suzuka West. Second one, you find it in Tier 7. This one taking place at Daytona Road Course. So it's going to be a rolling start. And Tier 12 is the 3rd instance of elimination taking place at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. And then next one, you find it in Tier 17 at Hockenheim Grand Prix. And then the final instance of elimination, you'll find it in Tier 20 at Melbourne. Next category, endurance. We got 4 of those. First one, you'll find it in Tier 2, taking place at Silverstone National. And next one, Tier 6, taking place at Catalunya National. And then the 3rd endurance, you'll find it in Tier 13 at Melbourne. And the final 4th instance, you find it in Tier 18, taking place at Dubai National Circuit. All right. And then next category, endurances can be pretty challenging depending on your opponents. Of course, if you just want to quickly score an easy gold trophy, then you can just go offline. And then that should, if you start the race and if you still have a TSM bot with a high distance target, then you can just retry. Don't leave the race. Just quit and retry. That should replace all your bots with flag bot targets or opponents, which generally at most you might have 10 kilometers, maybe 11, but that should be a pretty easy distance, especially with a car of this spec. This is a fast car. I mean, it's a Bugatti, so it's a modern Bugatti. So yes. All right, where are we? Head to head. Right. We got 5 head to heads. First one, tier 4 at Laguna Seca. And these are all going to be single lappers, by the way. Next one, tier 8. This one at Porsche Test Track, short on-road circuit. And the next one, tier 12 at the Brickyard Road Course. And then tier 14 is the next instance, taking place at Bathurst Circuit, Mount Panorama. And then final instance, you find it in tier 19, taking place at Monza Road Course. Right, so those are the head-to-heads. And then, of course, we got Hunter, 4 Hunters in this one. And some of the Hunters can get a little tricky as well. If some of your TSM friends decide to play it dirty. Whether intentionally or not intentionally doesn't really matter. If they like scored a really high score by crashing into the car, then it always gets kind of a tricky. But anyway, we got 4 of these. So first one, tier 3, as you can see here at Dubai International Circuit. And then the next one, you find it in tier 11. And this one takes place at Nürburgring Grand Prix. And then the next one is in tier 16 at Suzuka Grand Prix. And the final instance of Hunter, you find it in tier 19, taking place at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. All right, so those are the 4 Hunters, and on to speed records. Next category, there are 4 of those. Of course, the first one is in tier 1, taking place at Catalunya National. So these are single lap events, right? Along with the Hunter and the head-to-heads. And the next instance, second instance of speed record is in tier 8, taking place at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. And third instance, you find it in tier 13, taking place at Bugatti Circuit. And then the final one is going to be in tier 17, taking place at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. Right. And the final variety category, right? Speed snap. We got first instance. You'll find 5 of these, by the way. First instance in tier 3, taking place at Spa. And next one in tier 6, taking place at the Le Mans 24-hour circuit. And then tier 11 is the third instance, taking place at Laguna Seca. And the fourth one in tier 14, taking place at Monza Junior course. And then the final 5th instance, you'll find it in the tier 20, taking place at Daytona Motorcycle course. Right. So that takes care of all sort of the shorter, well, not necessarily short, all the variety events, non-cup, non-time trial events, right? So let's talk about time trials. Tier 5, the first one, you find this one is taking place at Suzuka Grand Prix. And the top tier guys are coming in at minute 21 and change. They're flying through that circuit. All right, and second instance, tier 10. This one takes place at Spa, and a little bit longer, minute 34 and change. All right, just over a minute 34. That's blazingly fast, isn't it? And then final third time trial, and tier 15 takes place at Bugatti Circuit. Of course, it's a little bit shorter circuit, minute 5 and change, or minute 4 and change, depending on the kind of friends you have. All right, so those are 3 time trials. Now finally the long form, right? Cups. So there are 17 cups total. So every non-time trial tier, basically, right? So, all right, tier 1. We got Cup at Hockenheim Short, and it's gonna be a 5-lap Cup. And yeah, the, by the way, when you start that club day event, you do get 3-hour instant service and instant upgrade offer. And as you can see, I've completed my club day event rerun, the flashback. Oh gosh, I think it took me maybe like hour and a half or something like that. So it's not a terribly long event. And then I kind of had to put numbers together for this video, you know, and take a little break. And then now I barely have any time left for the instant service, but that's fine. Anyway, tier 2, we got Cup at Laguna Seca. And surprisingly, this is just a single lapper. Really? That seems like almost a mistake, doesn't it? Tier 3, we got another Cup. This one at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. 4 laps. So still, I mean, those are pretty short circuits, right? Especially for a car of this PR. Tier 4, this one's gonna be at Monza Road Course, 3 laps. So that's more like a proper length race, or it's beginning to shape up in that direction, right? And then tier 6, this one 7-lap Cup at Melbourne. All right, so once again, fairly short circuit. And tier 7, the Cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, 6-lapper, so that is pretty lengthy. And then tier 8, we got Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit Cup, 7 laps. All right, so that's, I would say, comparable. And next, tier 9, we got Cup at Silverstone Grand Prix, 5 laps. And that is definitely a full-length race. And tier 11, we got Cup at Mount Panorama, another 5 laps. These races should be paying out relatively well. I mean, there are higher paying races, but you know, once you start getting into 5 laps plus at circuits like Mount Panorama or, you know, Suzuka Grand Prix, that's not bad. Tier 12, this one's gonna take place at Porsche Test Track, long on-road circuit. And speaking of high lap counts, we're going into 10-lap territory now. All right, double-digit lap counts. And it's not exactly a short circuit. I mean, the track title says it's long. I mean, it's not the longest, but it's longer. All right, tier 13. This one takes place at Daytona Motorcycle Course, 8 laps. And that is, that's okay. Tier 14, this one at Hockenheim Grand Prix, 9 laps of night racing. So try not to damage your car, because then you may have to race in the dark, which can be straining on your eyes. Tier 16, this one at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. And it's going to be an 8-lap cup. So yeah, these are definitely going to start to pay out reasonably well. So for, you know, if you want to get more out of it, run it on those like double fame days or, you know, extra fame bonus days, right? Next, tier 17. This one is going to be Catalunya Grand Prix Cup, 9 laps. And tier 18, we're at Le Mans 24-hour circuit. This one's going to be 4-lap cup. So that is pretty lengthy race. And then tier 19, we got Cup at Spa, 7 laps. All right. And finally, tier 20, this one at Dubai Grand Prix, and it's going to be another 10-lap cup. So yeah, these later part of the series, these cup races should pay out relatively well. Anyway, that will do it for this overview video. So hopefully you guys found the information useful, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.